Welcome back to Make It Mental, everybody. What you're looking at right there is a 550 motor from Redcatracing. 550. This came out of the short course truck, Blackout Edition. And what I want to do is put my snap-on cordless drill motor and transmission with a gear selector in there. So gear reduction, whatever speed this motor was turning, I have no idea. 18 volts went into it, allegedly. Maximum shaft speed was 1,700 RPM approximately, 1,700 and some change. So I'm looking at the layout, the length of the layout, and I need to include this, I think, as of right now, because right in there is my output, and I don't have anything that matches up, but here is the deal. So I need to turn this into my shaft, which seems fairly easy. Oops, excuse me. I found a couple of gears. This is actually a differential out of an old rally car that I used to have, and I'm rolling it up here on the main reduction gear, and it rolls really smooth. So they must have the same gear pitch, whatever that is. Either way, I'm going to need a taller gear anyway, because this is so much fatter. I can't use a small gear that's in here, even though this gear right here from Snap-on happens to be the same pitch as well. When I roll this very same gear against these teeth, it meshes very well. Though hard to do with one hand, it does, and provide some shitty letting from up above because my hand's right in the way. But that does roll across there very nicely. So it's the same gear mesh, but obviously the motor's going to be too fat to lay it up on it directly. Plus, that's not going to be the game of this particular one. So if I'm just visualizing it, that will give me enough space to move it out. And there's a little bit smaller one that's probably more perfect, that mashes up against there perfectly. But I can drill a hole out right here, and then where did it just roll to? I know it just rolled somewhere. There it is. So this chuck right here, this used to be part of the chuck. You can go back and just search through my videos. This screw right here is reverse thread on a cordless drill. It may be like that on all of them, but righty tighty is not the case. It's righty loosey, lefty tighty, right? Instead of righty tighty, lefty loosey, it's the exact opposite. But I can drill the hole out of this, and then use this as a clamp to hold this down for my motor pinion gear, or that one. But because this takes up so much space with this gear reduction system, because it's got a 2-speed transmission in it, and that big huge motor, back out, it almost goes halfway into my servo from back here to the reduction gear. So I'm thinking I might have to eliminate one half of this gearbox to try and gain some space, because I really don't feel like relocating the servo. I'd like to keep the servo right where it is. I don't mind removing this plastic or modifying it so it supports the motor or transmission better. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have to eliminate one half of this, and to eliminate one half of it, just simply take the little pins out right there. There's one pin there, there's another pin there, and then I'll have to figure out a way to put a shaft to it. So there's my challenge so far. I think it's definitely doable. Just completed the Nova drag car. I don't know, as soon as time permits, money permits, start digging me a trench in my backyard and make a little 2-scale quarter-mile drag strip for that little car and some other cars I'd be interested in testing. But I think this is definitely doable. If any of you guys are also interested, I think it's doable for you as well, very easily. Again, this motor here is rated at 18 volts. It's a 5mm shaft, could easily go with a 5mm brushless motored shaft. I think that would work just fine. We may have to change the mounting hole locations, but definitely doable. We're going to make this into a torque monster. I'm going to put the big tires back on it. It's going to have a top speed of maybe 5 miles an hour. Who knows? I'm just guessing. All right. Hope you all have a good day.